Let's make you immune to procrastination for the rest of your life. There are people in this world making millions, and yet they still feel it's not enough. Then there's you. You want to work, you've got the drive, but somehow you can't even begin. And when you finally do, your focus disappears faster than your will to answer emails. Here's the thing, you're not lazy. You just need to know the key difference between you and them. Today, I'm going to show you what sets them apart and, more importantly, how you can become one of them, or even surpass them. By the end of this video, I'll also share a simple mental technique that doubled my productivity. Imagine waking up each day with a fire to get things done. But for most of us, that fire is barely flickering. We say we want to dive into productivity and tackle our goals, yet we spend hours gaming, binge-watching, and scrolling. We don't realize that with each mindless scroll, each episode we didn't really need to see, we're chipping away at our time's value. Here's the catch. Every hour you waste on things that don't push you forward makes it harder to pick up a book or start on something meaningful. Why? Because once you've trained yourself to view your time as dispensable, the thought of dedicating even an hour to real growth seems absurd. The resistance builds up, and doing something productive feels like climbing a mountain. The truth is, even the most successful people battle procrastination. They struggle with the same resistance as anyone else. The difference? They've built up momentum, and they've conditioned themselves to hate stalling out. But that didn't happen overnight. Let's be real, your momentum is barely alive, if it even exists at all. And waking up tomorrow to crush a 10-hour productivity spree? Your brain would laugh and tell you to go back to bed. So what's the secret? Here's where momentum comes in. It's the real currency of success, not time. You don't need huge bursts of energy to move forward. You need momentum. In Atomic Habits, James Clear talks about starting tiny. So small it feels ridiculous. Want to work out? Don't even think about exercise. Just put on your workout clothes and step outside for 5 minutes. That's it. You're not training your body yet. You're training your brain to build momentum. Soon, you'll wake up early, not because you have to, but because you want to. And those distractions that once devoured your time, the games, the endless episodes, will start to lose their appeal. Why? Because you've tasted what it feels like to build something meaningful. When you start seeing what you're truly capable of, you start believing you can change the world. Work harder, go deeper. Let yourself believe that whatever you're doing is the most important work there is. In time, it will become the most important thing in your life. Because once you realize the true value of your time, what you can accomplish, well, you won't even look back. Momentum isn't something you feel, it's something you build. Because once you see the value of your time, what you can achieve, you won't even look back. Now, let's talk energy. If you're between 18 and 25, your body should feel like a nuclear reactor, ready to explode with energy, right? But no. Getting out of bed feels like talking to a person who believes in the news. It feels meaningless. It's simple. You're constantly flooding your brain with dopamine, music, gaming, endless Instagram scrolls. Think Genghis Khan was walking around with AirPods, or Napoleon binge-watching Netflix? Of course not. They were either working or resting. And you need to be more like that, either on the hunt or in complete rest. Like a bear. But here's the problem. You're not actually resting. You think Netflix is relaxing? You think mindlessly scrolling TikTok is chill? Newsflash, it's draining you more than your actual work. What you need is active rest. That's where your real energy comes from. Set aside at least 1 hour a day and 1 full day per 2 weeks for actual deep rest. Things like meditation, taking a walk, or just sitting with a warm drink doing nothing, watching a landscape. Recharge. Don't numb yourself with TV, media, and gaming. That's how you unlock the energy reserve that's been given to you. Now, here's the trick I promised at the start. You're rested, energized, you've got momentum going, but there's a gap between your tasks. What happens next? You freeze, unsure of your next move, and suddenly, procrastination is creeping back in. Here's how to kill that gap. Always plan your next move. Whether you're walking, waiting for an elevator, or sitting on the bus, always think a plan. What's your next step? What's happening tonight? Can you tackle something tomorrow by doing it today? Probably. But there's one thing I know you'll do. Hit that subscribe button if you like the content.